Welcome to Summer in October. I'm Alex, and I can officially say that I watched Nightmare on Elm Street, so I earned the right to use this as my mic. You might see this before you see that, but that's coming on the main channel. This is my VHS franchise series that I'm doing. I'm going to go through each VHS movie. I'm going to give you a quick little review and then rank each tape. So you're going to get that for all the movies. It's anticipation for the new Halloween one that's coming out in October. I'm really excited about that. Once I watch that one, I will then do a master ranking of all of them and a tier list. I've already watched all these movies once, so when I'm doing these rankings and making my notes, it's my second time. I may change my mind, okay? I think I'm pretty sure in what I'm saying, but I could change my mind. So spoilers ahead, let's get into VHS 2012. So VHS 2012 overall, the thing with these movies is there's always at least one short that I really love that I would go back and watch again. I have fun with these movies regardless, but I will say on second watch, the first time I was just so excited for how it was put together and what the idea and concept was. I kind of forgave some of the stuff that on the second watch I was like, why do we need that? And the first VHS really is just a lot of unnecessary. Listen, I know people like nudity in their horror movies. You can have that. We don't have to be creeps, and there was just so much. And I actually don't even think they needed it for the frame, which we'll talk about. So let's get into the rankings. The tape I like the least, the frame narrative, tape 56. So this follows a group of guys. They basically make weird kind of films. Whatever they do, they are looking to be creeps and pervs, basically. It builds us up to tell you the story of how they're going to go to this house. They are told they have a lead, that there's a really super secret, worth money tape in this house. So they go to this house and it is not really abandoned. They're creeping around. And the owner, we presume, an older man, is in the chair and he looks like he's dead. If he is not completely unconscious to the point that he doesn't know people are in his house, he's dead. So that's what we're going with. Then we have them putting in different tapes, which sets up the overall movie nicely for how we see the other shorts. But I don't quite think we actually really needed all the creepy, inappropriate stuff at the start to get to where we are. And by the time we end the movie, where we end the frame narrative, it almost feels disjointed. I think it did get really creepy. It was really dark in the house. We had some things running by. We had the guys being like, calm down, don't worry about it. And then we see, with a camera and a light, we see bodies, we see basically like a zombie. I don't not really sure. Maybe he wasn't dead to begin with, but I'm assuming he's a zombie. That's what I'm going with. But overall, it was just weak. It was not memorable to the way that I got excited. It wasn't something that I could tell you the overall story after not watching it again because it was just so not for me. The next tape on this list, I didn't mind it, but I will say on second watch for sure, I think it just drags a bit, and that's Second Honeymoon. So when you watch this, this will actually be the second full tape that you see, and it follows a couple. They're going on a road trip. They have kind of a weird dynamic, like it's like they're totally in love, but they also don't really seem to like each other. They obviously have issues. Nothing overly creepy is happening, and then we have the man say that a woman asked him for a ride, and we get a video footage of their video camera, which they were using, recording both of them in bed. The next day, they kind of get in a little bit of a fight because money's out of his wallet and he's blaming her. So you kind of understand that they have a little bit of a shaky relationship, but nothing is really going together. And it's very, very slow. They're not very likable, but I will give props to the twist. Because the first time watching, when I realized she was in on it the whole time and how they film it is pretty gnarly, it got me. I thought it was great. The second watch, the twist is still great, but I don't think the build up and how it was revealed was really enough for me. It really felt like filler. And now we're getting into my top four. So I would say this fourth one, I didn't actually like it as much on my first watch. On my second watch, I came to appreciate it a lot more. The sick thing that happened to Emily when she was younger. So I do like that they're playing with how this can be filmed, how this found footage can happen. We have them on a Skype call. So it is a boyfriend and girlfriend. He's really busy working in school, whatever he's doing. He's a doctor. And she has injuries, she's sick, she is constantly being like, "Hey, this is going on with me," or "I'm hearing things in the night, I think I saw things." And he's like, "Okay, listen, I will call you in the nighttime." He calls her in the nighttime and we start seeing some creepy things. When that little kid or whatever it was ran past, and then he wasn't recording. I was so frustrated, but it did creep me out. And then we also get some body horror because she has like a lump in her arm that's really bothering her and she just starts digging it out. I was like, damn. So we're kind of getting like a blend of different genres within this found footage setting. So I really like that. And the buildup comes to she is taking pictures. She's like flashing the camera, she's flashing the light, and he's on a call with her. And she's like, "Do you see anything? Do you see anything?" And he says, "Turn." And there are a bunch of people or things. They look like people, but they also look scary as hell in her house with her. And then it also turns into this kind of alien thing. They take something out of her and say they have to try again. Like, so many blends here. It does end with him being on a call with another woman. They had to throw you in a set of, you know? So it seems like he's doing this to multiple people. So it was a creepy concept. And when she's on the ground, he actually comes out from another room. It seems like he's been there the whole time or he's been near. It is just really unsettling, and it's a story I would actually like to be seen further because it made me interested, it made me curious. What loses me? Even though at the end we know that he was in on it, I would have liked to see him actually be a little bit more freaked out, a little bit more into it, like, "Oh my god, what is happening?" I get that he can't actually record it because he's trying to save his own ass. I think he could at least be scared or freaked out by what he's seeing. He's really not feeding into it as much as I think he should be for the viewer to also have that fear. On second watch, me knowing he's in on it, that's what I kept noticing. I was like, "Dude, you're not even playing the part. How are you gonna get away with this?" The next three might surprise you, but on my second watch, it's how I feel. The third one was initially my favorite, but things have changed for me. The third one is Amateur Night. I know a lot of people love this one, and I do love it, but the other ones, I just have something more to say about them. So, Amateur Night. We are following another group of guys who are also being creepy, and I think that's what also ruins it. We have back to back groups of guys just being creeps. They're going to a bar, they want to get girls, and they have their friend hooked up with some glasses that film. Again, I think it's a really cool way to explore this, and how it comes into the end is amazing. But we're basically watching them trying to creep on girls and get girls so they can get their film and do whatever they want to do. That just doesn't do it for me. And the guy with the glasses meets a girl. She has black hair. And we all know the eye stare and the "I like you." It sticks with you. So I do commend it for that. And we start seeing like she has things on her back, her feet are a little bit different. Things are not going the way they planned. You know, they have one girl passed out, the guy in the glasses gets cold feet, and so they start getting with this girl who we know is going to be some form of like vampire or creature. When she starts tearing crap up, it is really freaky. It is really scary. It is really unsettling. My favorite part, and I think on second watch, the only part I really, really liked, is when he's going down the stairwell and she is still trying to impress him, but it's not working now. Like her head is split open. She is the creature she is. He's obviously freaked out. It's kind of tough for him to get excited in that moment, and she chases him. And then we almost have a Jeepers Creepers moment where she picks him up and flies away with him, and he still has the glasses on that fall off his face. It's so amazing. It's awesome. It's great. I loved it. I just think all of the buildup the second time around, especially with the frame narrative, I was like, can we just get to the good part? That's how I felt. Maybe if it was in a different position, I'd feel differently. I don't know. You let me know. My second favorite in second place is Tuesday the 17th. So we have like young adults, maybe teenagers. They seem like they might be in their 20s. I don't really know, but they're going on a road trip. So it's two girls and two guys. One is like a boyfriend and girlfriend, I think, and the other two are just friends. Either that or they're hooking up or they like each other. Something's going on. You know, there's a clear two and two. They go to this place in the middle of the woods and the girl is being kinda weird. She's like, "Hey, can you put your camera at that wall? I just something is, like, in my memory, something's in my mind." And we get a glitch, and we see a body. And they were just going around doing their thing, and she mentions, "Did you hear about the murders up here?" And she's very, very serious, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, "That's why I brought you here." And they laugh it off. But we come to find out that is true. The story of this is she was up here with friends, and this very strange type of villain, it's like a slasher who glitches in the camera, I guess you can only really see him in the camera, comes after them. And the way the kills are done in this are so cool because it's so sudden, it's so out of nowhere, and it makes you feel like you cannot stop it. It is just a dread coming towards you, which I love out of a horror movie. So we have some pretty cool kills. We have a pretty cool reveal that they were bait, which I also love that concept in a slasher, taking people up there for bait. And we just get a lot of gnarly slasher feels from that, and I really like it. The thing with this one, why I like it so much, is because I would love for it to be expanded on. I think the concept is really cool. I think the camera glitching adds that found footage effect, and the slasher element, I love a good slasher. So I really like this one, and all I could think after I finished was I want more, so that's a win in my books. My number one for this one on second watch is 10/31/88? No, 10/31/98. So this is Halloween night. We have a group of guys. They are going to a Halloween party. They think it's like a haunted house party, and they go and they start by waiting at a railroad stop, which is a callback which you'll get later, which I really appreciate. So they try to go to this house and they are reading the street names. They both sound very similar, so they just guess one. They get to this house and they're looking around. There's no one really there. The one thing I'm like, do you guys know this is not a party? There's no one around. And the guys go in, they're like, oh, there's hands coming out of the walls. Ha ha ha. You ain't gonna be laughing in a minute. They make their way to the attic, I guess. Upstairs, anyway. And there are men seemingly torturing a young woman, and you were like, "What the hell's going on?" And they just keep saying, like, "You need to get out of here, you need to leave." It sounds like a threat. So you think that they are doing something to this poor woman and they need to leave. These guys are like, "Guys, we can't leave without her. We need to get her. We need to do this." But things start happening. As they are fighting with these other guys who seem like they're doing some weird ritual, they are seemingly taken up by air, by their necks. They're thrown around. Things are happening. Then when they start taking the girl out, this is where it gets awesome for me. The house, there's birds flying through. There's arms coming up from the walls. Even the noises you hear going through the house, it is so ominous. Things are closing. It doesn't seem like they can get out. And what I love most about this is when they go in, they are so naive. And then they click into hero mode and they're saving her. And then they're driving with her, they're trying to go, and all of a sudden the car stops. And you're like, what's going on? And then the girl who they saved appears out of the car on the side window, scared the crap out of me. They weren't being threatened to leave, they were being warned, because she is something else. She is something else. And then we get a beautiful callback. I mean, not beautiful for them, but beautiful movie-wise storytelling. The guys cannot get out of the car, and a train comes, and we assume they hit him. It kind of cuts off there. It's a little bit ambiguous, but I think we know what happened. That one, I just loved it. I think it had a very well-rounded story. I love the haunted house vibes. I love the twist. I love the characters in this. I was invested in them. They just want to have some fun, and they're like, okay, let's save her. I don't know. That one on a second watch, I really, really enjoyed. And maybe it's because I'm in the Halloween mood, but I'm allowed to be, you know? So let me know your favorites, your thoughts. If you disagree with me, that's fine. It's all opinions. I'm going to be doing all of them, so if you like this, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.